Hello and welcome to this weekend's episode of The Winning Post, brought to you in association with the Serum Institute of India. I am Bhavika Thakkar. We have another exciting episode in store for you as The Winning Post is back here in the exciting island of Mauritius, this time for the International Jockeys Weekend. In Mauritius, horse racing is the only form of mass entertainment. Everyone from the top echelons to the masses turn up in full force to watch as the thoroughbreds battle it out. It is no surprise then that the International Jockeys Weekend saw thousands of people descend on the Shore-de-Mars racecourse in Port Louis. The International Jockeys Weekend is one of Mauritius' 4 important race meetings and sees top jockeys from around the world. This year's renewal on 1st December saw prominent names like Olivier Kevin Manning, James Doyle and of course our very own Dashrath Singh in attendance.
The international meeting started in 1984 with my father being secretary at the time. He had the idea together with the president at the time, Mr. Edouard Nerac, to bring jockeys from overseas. It wasn't easy at all because there were likes of Patedry, Yves Saint-Martin who were riding, and they didn't know about Mauritius very much. And it was fortunate that we could get the sponsor of Sun Resorts at the time, and I think also the airlines, Air Mauritius, because these jockeys came for no appearance fee. They just came for the sun and to discover the island. And I know that they put a lot of effort for the meeting, so that was a success. And I think now that over the years it has proved to be a right decision, and we've been fortunate enough to have quite a few very good jockeys coming from around the world to participate in this contest.
Under my chairmanship in 2007, we started the International Weekend. And it's a great pleasure for me today to promote Mauritius again on the tourism view. And we are this year the first time a lot of countries are represented, like India, Japan, UE, Europe, France, etc. And I hope that everybody is happy, and I hope that next year we get more people coming from India to come to see our races, our weekend. And we are there, Mauritius Turf Club, to help the Mauritius Minister of Tourism to promote tourism in Mauritius at the same time, and racing.
The fact that horse racing in Mauritius is the most popular sport was bolstered by the presence of the Minister of Mauritius Tourism and Leisure, who was there to witness all the action, and he even had a special message for Indian audiences.
Well, in fact, today we are at the Shore-de-Mars where we have the horse racing, and it's the last journey right now, and we have all the international jockeys who are here. Among them, we have an Indian jockey whose name is Singh. Singh. I hope he will win several races today. And so I am inviting the Indian to come and visit Mauritius, because in Mauritius is not only a beach destination. We have a lot to do in Mauritius. Among others that we want to promote in Mauritius is the mice market. So the mice, we have a scheme for the mice. For example, when you are with 100 persons who are coming to Mauritius, we have a scheme. So the government of Mauritius will participate to the tune of 100,000 rupees for a minimum of 100 persons. And if we are 200 persons, there is a scheme for this mice segment to the tune of 250,000 rupees for 200 persons.
Mauritius racing has a rich heritage dating back to 1812, and a few prominent families have contributed to this heritage in an indelible way. The Winning Post had the fortune of catching up with members of two of Mauritian racing's most prominent families who have contributed to racing in the country for over 100 years.
Well, my family has been associated with the turf club for many years now. In fact, my grandfather was the secretary, then my uncle, then my father, and now me since 1994. And all the family has been associated with horse racing, including some cousins, some nephews, uncles, in different areas of administration. And today there's 12 of us working in the turf. My brother is also a farrier and chief handler on his starting stalls on race day, and myself. We've always been part of horse racing, and it's, well, we are working in it, but it's also a passion, and it's been, over the years, a very fruitful experience for all of us.
1904, in fact, the grandfather, Honorable Rajkumar Gajala, started his stable, and he bought the property next to where we are sitting, immediately adjacent to the paddock from there. And I am the third generation, and your friend Mr. Naresh is the fourth generation, and we have had 6 generations of direct line from him. I have been in this paddock for over 50 years. I have been involved with horses from my very early childhood. Now, speaking about the racing in Mauritius, it was started in 1812, and in 1912, for the centenary maiden, it's the derby which is called the maiden, my grandfather chose to have a local Hindu Lal Singh to ride his horse in the maiden, and he won it. From that time, our attachment to the local boys has been going down the years. And I have been the person, I never rarely use the word I, who initiated a motion before the General Assembly of the Mauritius Turf Club in the mid-80s to start an academy of Mauritian jockeys, because I had realized that the foreign jockeys were making the world up for themselves. So with Jean Alwax, in whose name the first race was run on the occasion of the international weekend, the motion was passed. He told me academy will be very costly and not practical. Let us think about something else. We'll recruit the local boys. So we put our heads together, and you have seen yesterday, it's been a local boy who, in the company of PESLIER and Rawila and the rest, has been able to keep the Mauritian flag up. I feel certain that the rapprochement about I was talking, on the level of tourism, as has been explained yesterday by the Minister of Tourism, is going to go leaps ahead, and we are trying our best. Naresh has got established contacts to have Indian horses come and race here at their level, which will further strengthen the links which India and Mauritius have been sharing in more than one field.
It's time for us to slip into a short break here on the Winning Post, but do stay with us as we continue our coverage of the International Jockeys Weekend. Welcome back to the Winning Post, brought to you in association with the Serum Institute of India. The atmosphere here at the Mauritius Turf Club is electric as the International Jockeys Weekend is underway. There was plenty of racing action to keep the crowds entertained, with 16 races spread out over 2 days, with Sunday being the main race day with 8 races on the card. The boys would battle it out in 7 races, and one was especially for female jockeys, the Play Online Bet Online Cup organized by Fedgentry, which is the International Federation of Gentlemen and Lady Riders. The race in Mauritius was the culmination of the Fedgentry World Championship for lady riders. Run over a trip of 1500 meters, the race saw 8 thoroughbreds come into the fray.
Voilà, c'est parti pour cette troisième course, 1500 mètres à parcourir, réservée donc aux cavalières de la féjanterie To Be a Star, qui est bien parti justement de Jessica Marchallis avec McNaught qui va se porter maintenant à son extérieur. McNaught et To Be a Star. En troisième position, on retrouve Paul of Cold. À l'extérieur, Haste et Captain James Cook. À l'arrière, il y a Highland Jet, Wingman, Imperial Palace, juste devant Highland Jet. Avec McNaught sous la menace donc de To Be a Star. On va faire l'effort à l'extérieur avec Imperial Palace également. To Be a Star, quel avantage pour l'instant. Paul of Cole va essayer de s'amener, mais To Be a Star a le meilleur sur la monte de Jessica Marchallis avec Wingman qui termine fort. To Be a Star, Wingman.
The race and the World Championship honour went to Jessica Marcialis from Italy, who guided To Be a Star, trained by C. Ramdeen, to a resounding victory.
For me, it's amazing because last year I won with the Keep Walking, and this year, of course, I ride for a win. But I say yes, second time it's too much amazing, no? And when I saw on the final straight, I could that. I say, okay, now go. And for the second time I won. For the second time my saddle was sleepy to behind, but probably in Mauritius, if I win, I need my saddle behind. Yeah, it's fantastic because I won and I need more points, and it's perfect. No, I won the championship. I won again here the race. For me, I don't have without words. Yeah, but I want to dedicate my win to all the people in Mauritius, because here it's fantastic because everybody help you, and I was without stress behind the start because everybody say my name, you to be a star, and what best name for me and for my horse. Now I can say yes, I'm the star this year.
The race was a very good race. It was a final for the girls and the final of the World Championship for the ladies. And we raced all over the world in 23 countries, and 25 countries are member. India not yet, so we still hope. And it was a very successful race. We do the same for gentlemen riders for the boys.
Another important race on the day was the MTPA Trophy, to be run over a trip of 1,850 meters, which again saw 8 runners come into the fray.
Et les chevaux qui viennent de s'élancer pour la 5e course de la MTPA Trophy, 1850 mètres à parcourir. Alors, Diamond Light qui est bien parti aujourd'hui avec les œillères montées par Robbie Buck, Why Worry également, Dreeds Moon, Arabian Empire, Kingsguard, Posse Comitatus à l'arrière. Les chevaux entament bientôt le dernier virage avec Posse Comitatus qui va passer à l'offensive. Diamond Light qui va chercher l'ouverture. Posse Comitatus qui est lancé maintenant par James Doyle avec Diamond Light qui est également là en dehors. Peace of Paradise et Kingsguard vont faire l'effort. Posse Comitatus avec Kingsguard. Diamond Light sous la montre de Robbie Buck. Diamond Light, Kingsguard, Diamond Light ou Kingsguard. Entre Kingsguard et Diamond Light, belle arrivée.
The race was sponsored by MTPA, the leading horse feed manufacturer and supplier in Mauritius, which too had an Indian connection to boast of.
We have the pleasure of having Mr. Gajadhar here. Mr. Gajadhar, welcome to the winning post. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Thank you very much. My name is Agasta Muni Gajadhar. I live in Mauritius, and I represent the MTPA feed. How do you call it? Specialized horse feed, as you can see it here, which is we are supplying to most of the stables over here. I have lived in India for many years. I studied in Bangalore and Pune. I have many good friends in the racing circle over there, including Rashid Bairamji, who was my classmate, Dr. Wadia of the Yerwada Stud Farm, and then Mr. Soli Poonawala, the father of Zaveri and Cyrus Poonawala. My brother was a trainer. My father raced for many years successfully, won most of the big races in Calcutta and Bangalore and Bombay.
The feature race of the day was the Sun Resorts Cup, to be run over a trip of 1500 meters, which saw a field of 8 thoroughbreds.
Welcome back to the Winning Post, brought to you in association with the Serum Institute of India.
8 thoroughbreds came into the parade ring for the feature race of the day, the Sun Resorts Cup. First up was Azapel from Ramapati Gajadhar stable, who was partnered by champion Mauritian jockey and crowd favourite Raj Rawan. He was followed by Mining Prospect, who had Mauritius Derby winning jockey Johnny Gerudis on his back. Then came Accelero from Ramapati Gajadhar's yard, with James Doyle holding his reins. Followed by the J.S. Henry trained Seattle Ice, ridden by Kevin Manning. Elusive River from Paul Foucault's stable came next, with M. Ravila riding him. Next up was the Gilbert Russell trained Ghost Dog, who had C. Demuro on his back. Then came Abington, who was partnered by Japanese jockey Fujioka. And finally, Bobby Bear from Patrick Mervin's yard, with our very own Indian jockey Dashrath Singh partnering him.
The feature race of the day, the Sun Resorts Cup, is about to start. The horses are being led into the gates. Let's head to the commentator for the call.
C'est parti pour l'épreuve principale, la Sun Resorts Cup, 1500 mètres donc à parcourir. Avec un bon départ pour Abington, Accelero, Mining Prospect également à l'extérieur. Eh bien, pour l'instant, il y a lutte pour le commandement entre Mining Prospect, Accelero, Abington. Ensuite, on trouve Azapel à l'extérieur de Bobby Bear. Elusive River à l'arrière, Seattle Ice et Ghost Dog qui ferment le cortège. Les chevaux sont au tombeau malartique. Mining Prospect, comme on s'y attendait, sous la monte de Johnny Gerudis, part maintenant avec une longueur d'avance sur Accelero à l'extérieur de Abington. Bobby Bear est en 5e position. À son extérieur, eh bien, on retrouve Azapel. Elusive River, Ghost Dog se retrouve maintenant à l'extérieur de Seattle Ice. Ghost Dog qui tente de se rapprocher, qui déborde. Seattle Ice, c'est environ 600 mètres à parcourir pour Mining Prospect qui va essayer de s'en aller sous la montre de Johnny Gerudis. Accelero, Azapel va essayer de se rapprocher en dehors. Bobby Bear est en 5e position. Abington est bien placé. Ghost Dog a déjà commencé son effort juste devant lui. Elusive River et Seattle Ice qui ferme le cortège. Les chevaux entament bientôt le dernier virage avec donc Mining Prospect qui va tourner en vainqueur à l'extérieur. Azapel est lancé par Raj Rawan. Elusive River va également bien terminer, tout comme Bobby Bear. Azapel qui a l'avantage à l'intérieur. Abington va faire l'effort. Bobby Bear avec Dashrath Singh en difficulté avec Azapel face à Abington. Azapel ou Abington?
The races were followed by a grand presentation ceremony where honours were given to all the winning and participating teams. Raju Rawan won the honour of champion jockey, and the crowds could not be more ecstatic. With all the formalities taken care of, it was time for some fun. As song and dance performances kept the crowds entertained and had everyone on their feet, including jockeys, trainers, and even the president of the MTC joining in to shake a leg. The weekend drew to a close on a high note in true Mauritian style, with a unique blend of racing, culture and tourism coming together to form a carnival-like atmosphere.
That brings us to the end of another episode of The Winning Post, and it's time for me to end my journey here in Mauritius. Thanks for joining me. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Do remember you can catch more of The Winning Post on our YouTube channel as well as on our Facebook page. You can also follow @Mohit Lalwani on Twitter for race day tips and more. I'll see you next weekend, and until then, may the horse be with you.